And good Sunday evening to everyone here in the United States. Good Monday morning out there in Australia. Kenny K here, the Football Fever Network's weekly Fantasy Fever football show, affecting everyone with the fever. Glenn, how's the fever doing out there in Australia?
Yeah, Patrick the Parasite has infected everyone with football fever. It's spread to Melbourne, Australia, down to the surf coast, all over the place, and the Hawaiian Sensation's done it again.
Nice. And Trevor, doing great job with the graphics. How you doing tonight, my brother?
Doing well, Kenny. Excited to be here. I have some issues with StreamYard, so I start StreamYard. Restream. Apologize. Restream, so if I get a little laggy, that's why I want to make sure that everybody kind of knows that right off the bat. But no, appreciate everybody for joining in, and looking forward to getting into our part one of our final fantasy mock draft of the season.
Yeah, we got a fantasy mock draft. Our 10-team league has been waiting patiently for a draft order. We're going to do that shortly. I want to get the hellos in, and we got a new face in the audience too. I want to go over his team real quick before we get started. The hellos coming in from the one and only everybody's friend, Michael Ronquillo. Good evening, Kenny, Trevor, Glenn, and our fourth guy, Patrick, who couldn't make it tonight, but he is going to be listening later to see what draft pick he got and do some mock drafts. Patrick, you can catch Patrick. Also, Lion Coffee takes care of all of us here at Football Fever Network. Takes care of us just like my friend Kurt and Jen are taking care of us here at the Football Fever Network, and we're powered by them for a little bit. Lion Coffee takes care of us, takes care of K&K Sports Show, takes care of so many people. Use the code Patrick10 on lioncoffee.com. Get 10% off of any of your coffee products. We also sell tea, and they also got beautiful mugs and different gifts as well. So go check out Lion Coffee. Patrick, you're the man. Thank you, brother. We'll see you soon. Graham coming in also. What's up, Graham? Graham's in our league. Martin came in as well. Martin saying, where was Martin? As Glenn was having a little side chat with him. The Bronx takes no prisoners. Take it easy on us, big guy. Going to be some trash talking, and I love it. Everybody saying hello. And then I want to just, Nicole coming in finally. Yeah, we wanted to give you and some others a chance, Nicole. There's 10 people in the league. It looks like about half of them are here to see what pick they get. We'll share with everybody else what pick they got. And let's say hello to a new face, guys. Sir Dinesh on YouTube. He's trading A-Chain and Pickens, Glenn, for Jackson Smith and Jigba and Tedero and McMillan. He already has JT and K9 in a redraft 10-team PPR. What do you think of that trade?
Ooh, it's an even trade. It's a very even trade. I'd want to see his team, but I'd also want to see what everyone else has too. Check the buys, but at face value, it looks even. And welcome, Sir Dinesh, to our show. And we'd love to have you on our all NFL show, The Juice, which is on Tuesday nights. And welcome to Nicole, Ronk, Martin, and everyone else. Trev, what do you think of this trade?
His full team is Drake May, A-Chain, AJB, Pickens, Fannin, K9. I like it. Sir Dinesh, I did a short little video. I've been doing daily fantasies and fantasy videos, and I did one on 5 guys I'm staying away from. And I'm a Giants fan, Sir Dinesh. Tell us what fan you root for. I'd love to know who you're a fan of, but I'm a Giant. I watched the Giants, the Dolphins.
Kenny, you're turning into a robot. You're turning into a robot.
Yeah, Trevor will pick up from here, mate.
I got you, Kenny.
Robot.
Yeah, just okay. Never mind. We'll continue on while Kenny's working out his technical difficulties. Seems like we're all having them on Restream. I guess that's how Restream rolls. Hopefully, we will be able to move past that as time goes on. But Sir Dinesh, yeah, I mean, my thoughts on that comment right there. I mean, I actually like that trade. I like trading A-Chain and Pickens because I think A-Chain, yes, he's going to be the primary ball handler there in Miami. But here's the thing. That's a bad offensive line. And I've said that for a long time now. And then, with Pickens, it's kind of the same thing. Like, yeah, I know you got franchise tag, but you have CeeDee Lamb there. You have Javonte there. Jake Ferguson. You've got other mouths to feed. It's hard to really to really kind of hone in on George Pickens having the kind of year he did last year. Now, if CeeDee Lamb's out, then obviously George Pickens is going to be the guy there. But for me, I actually like that trade a lot. And then trying to keep that comment up for a minute, fellas, so I can see that again. JSN for JSN, I mean, JSN's one of the best wide receivers in the league, right? And he's certainly getting paid like it. He's going to be the primary guy there in Seattle. I do worry about Seattle's offense kind of regressing for a little bit because anytime you get rid of your OC, I don't care how long you have time to install different things. It's going to take a minute for your offense under a new OC to kind of get going. So, but once JSN's going and even Tet, I mean, those are 2 really good wide receivers. It seems like you have also really good amount of depth at running back too. So I actually really don't mind that trade. I think you got ahead of the game with A-Chain and Pickens.
Thank you. And Graham, let me know I'm back. Apologize for the restream issues today. But Sir Dinesh, thank you. Sir Dinesh is a Falcons fan, everybody. Welcome. Giant fan here. My 2 co-hosts are Bronco fans. I was just saying really quick, Sir Dinesh, I watched the Dolphins, and I don't like A-Chain because of the offensive line is going to be so bad over there. I think you made an excellent trade doing that. Dawson saying hello, Big Glenn. It's Dawson, D. Steve. Thank you, D. Steve, for hopping in. Thank you, Nicole, for sharing that I'm a Giants fan. Another new face, and welcome to the show. Smitty So Pretty. I love the YouTube handle names, by the way. So that's a good one. I love that one. Glenn, I asked Glenn, Trevor, we'll let you go on this one. How high does Bowers go after the Janty news? And you could share the Janty news with everybody.
Yeah, I mean, Ashton Jeanty actually just broke now that he got a high ankle sprain. So really, in Las Vegas, they're breathing a really, really easily now here in the news. It seemed like Jeanty's injury was going to be a lot worse at first, but having an ankle sprain, now that can linger throughout the season. That doesn't take away the concern level with Ashton Jeanty, of course, but it does rule out him being out all season long, or being out a long period of time. So Brock Bowers, though, I mean, I think it affects it a little bit, but honestly, he's their best weapon outside of Jeanty in the backfield. So like I personally don't take tight ends early. I think you can find a really good value. Usually for me, it's after the 4th round. I really prioritize running back, wide receiver hard in those first 4 rounds of your draft. you have Trey McBride as well to consider in there. With Brock Bowers, like I think the Raiders offense will be better, but how much better will they really be? Like that's my biggest question, because I don't buy this whole thing of Clint Kubiak saying Kirk Cousins going to start the season. Okay, he might start the season, but when does Mendoza get in there? Now you're going back and forth between two different quarterbacks. That's going to have to get chemistry with Brock Bowers. So I think Brock Bowers will have a good season. I don't think he'll be Brock Bowers from his rookie season, but I think he would be improved. I don't think it affects his value too much. I still think he'll go probably third round, second round. I would say right now.
Awesome. And so, please let us know who you're a fan of, as well as we're getting a lot of new fans in here of teams as we're just starting up this network. So, Smitty, so pretty. Throw some more questions out at us. Let us know who you root for. We'd love to know who you're a fan of. Kurt Valenti coming in. Kurt, you and Jen, once again, never get tired of saying this. Thank you so much for letting us broadcast Football Fever Network on short notice. Before we originally were setting the launch date, we started sooner than expected. Appreciate you and Jen helping us out on here on the K&K Sports Show. But you can check out Kurt. I'd like to share Fan Arch. Broncos Daily Kurt's the voice of the Broncos over there, but they have Falcons channel. They have channels of everybody you root for. Nicole, Cowboys fan. Go out there and support Fan Arch. Go see our guy Kurt Valenti. He's the voice of the Broncos. He's making a lot of frenemies with Chief fans. I'll just say that.
And on that, Kenny, we actually have a Chiefs fan in here. My little brother, Dawson, is a superstar tight end out of high school football. So, Kurt, definitely someone you can have on your show. My boy plays for the Fort Gibson Tigers, and he's a massive, massive Chiefs fan. But he's the type of Chiefs fan that we like. He's really analytical, really honest, really genuine. He's got love for the Broncos for me, and that's why I've got a soft spot for the Chiefs. So welcome in here, my little brother, and you're going to be my assistant general manager for my team. So he will be doing some wheeling and dealing with me.
Let's do this for Kurt. He asks a question on the Broncos, and Glenn, you can plug yours and Trevor's Broncos show, please. Let everybody know about the new show, and then I promise we'll get into the draft and we'll do this order for everybody. But the questions are coming in, and we are interactive, and we want to answer those questions and welcome new faces that come in and be a part of it with everybody. Kurt's question for you, Glenn, and please let them know about your new show with Trevor. When does Coleman take Dobbins carries?
Great question. So, Kurt, thank you for joining in, my brother. And it'll be good to do some little segments with you throughout the year. Trevor and I have got some ideas to bounce off you. And it's really interesting with Coleman, because the way I look at him is that if the Broncos are smart, they're going to play him in J.K. Dobbins' blocking routes. And also, when we get 2 scores up and they want to rest the tread on Dobbins' tires for later in the season, I think you inject Coleman, because it's going to give us a more balanced attack, and it's going to give us longevity into the playoffs, because we don't need to go into this playoffs with injuries in our RB room and injuries in our wide receiver room. We need the depth. So we've got to play smart, Kurt. That's my opinion.
Yeah, and the name of the new show, Glenn, and when what you got going on?
Yeah, as you can read underneath my name, our new show, Trevor and my Denver Bronco Game Plan. So we'll be doing post shows, and we'll be doing a weekly show. And then in the off season, we'll be breaking down the draft and a lot of other things that are going on. So all your Broncos news all year round, just like a coach, the Denver Bronco Game Plan never shuts down.
Awesome. Can't wait to see that, guys. And I'm going to hold off Kurt asking a question about when do you take Bo Nix? But we got a little draft order coming up, so I don't want to give away any secrets while we're going to do this draft order. So respectfully, but Graham did say he was watching a draft earlier, and Bo went quarterback 2, QB 2. So let's do this. I'm going to share the wheel on the screen. We'll get this done in a few minutes, but we're going to go. Let me share it first with everybody and explain what we got here. We did this on K&K, and it went really well, so we're going to do the same thing tonight. Give me 1 second to share it with everybody. And here's our wheel of names, and I will explain what we got on the wheel here once everybody can see it. How's that look, everybody? See the names on the wheel?
Yep.
See it.
Okay. So what we got here is just a simple wheel of names. I'm going to read the names off. I got everybody's first name: Kenny, Trevor, Glenn, Patrick, Jenny, that's one of Trevor's good friends, Nicole, Graham, Michael, Martin, Bobby Blackjack. Anything need to be changed? That looks like the 10, right?
Yep. Looks like it to
Okay,
me.
so we're going to go 10 to 1. So the first person that gets picked is going to have pick 10, and we're going to go all the way to the last person picked is going to have pick 1. I'm going to have everybody pick a number between 1 and 5 each round. So we'll start with Glenn. He's to my right, and that's going to be our shuffle number, Glenn. Give me a number between 1 and 5.
Let's go 3.
3? So
Will
we're going to shuffle
Lutz.
3 times. 1, 2, 3. Going to give it a spin, and this is going to be pick 10, everybody. Good luck, everyone. Pick 10 in the inaugural Fantasy Football Fever Network
Wow.
NFL draft is going to be Trevor himself getting number 10. That's different. Trevor in K and K got pick 2. So that's a nice little difference of picks there, Trevor. I think you probably like that, I would say, right?
Yeah, I don't mind that at all. I got picked 3 in my other fantasy league that I'm in. So I've been I've been pretty spoiled. I've been top 5 in both my leagues, so I don't mind it at all. Give me 10.
So Trevor's removed from the list. Congratulations, Trevor. Now I'm going to let you go since you just got picked. You give us a number between 1 and 5.
2.
And you can read if you can read the comments while I'm doing the wheel. If anything comes up that want to talk about, go ahead. And 2. So we're going to do 1, 2. Good luck, everybody. Pick 9 in the Football Fever Network's fantasy football draft is going to go to Trevor's friend Jenny.
Congratulations, Jenny. I will let her know.
Great job. Let's do this. Michael Ronquillo was in there. If Michael, if you're still out there, I'll give you a few seconds. Give us a number between 1 and 5 for this shuffle. See if Michael comes in. Any comments up there, Trevor, you want to mention? Or waiting for Michael.
Having a couple side chats here. Nicole says, Kenny, don't forget Glenn this time. Michael's giving me crap about Dak Prescott, the usual. And Nicole's agreeing with him as usual. So nothing unusual in the chat.
Nothing unusual? Okay.
Michael says 5, by the way, Kenny.
5. Awesome. Yeah. Thanks, Michael. 1,
thanks, Ronk.
2, 3, 4, 5. Pick 8, everybody. Football Fever Network's first draft is going to go to
Kenny K.
Nicole gets pick 8.
Congratulations, Nicole.
Congratulations,
picking higher than I am.
Well done, Nicole.
Yep.
Our resident
not bad.
Cowboys girl.
CD 8 is CD Lamb territory, Nicole. Just saying. 8 and it comes back to you.
You don't even have to tell her that. You don't even have to tell her that. She already has that in mind. Sorry, Nicole. I don't mean to spill your secret.
Nicole, you just got picked. Why don't you give us a number between 1 and 5 for pick 7? A lot of people say 7's my lucky number, my favorite number. We'll see if I get pick 7. Let's see if Nicole gives us a number here.
She just says predictable.
No, I'm just laughing at Kenny forgetting people.
Yeah, no, nobody forgotten in this one. That's why I went
3.
over. We're going to go 3. Thanks, Nicole, giving us that number. 1, 2, 3. Pick 7. Fantasy Football Fever Network's fantasy football draft is going to go to myself. No, Graham stopped on the wire, jumping the gun there.
By the way, Kenny, By the way, Kenny, and I don't mean to interrupt you really quick, and we do have another comment I want to get to, or a question I want to get to as well while we're doing this. But we're on screen, both. You're Trevor and I'm Trevor, so I just wanted to point that out.
I can fix that. I'll fix that. Because we're both using the same backstage stuff. We're both able to do producing stuff. I got it. I'll fix that.
I guess I'm a popular
so
name.
Trevor, number one, I'm going to remove Graham. And Graham, you're in the audience. If you're out there, we'll give you a few seconds. Trevor's going to answer the question that came in, and we'll let Graham give us a shuffle number.
Yeah, we have a new name coming in. I haven't seen this name before. Henny Otto. He said, should I, and again, thank you for joining as well. Appreciate you for joining in. It's a great question. Should I trade Mike Washington for Tony Pollard while Wash still has value? Glenn, your thoughts?
Yeah, I'd be grabbing Mike Washington now. This high ankle sprain that they're talking about, there's been other reports that his injury was something different as well. So, yeah, Mike Washington's going to storm up the board. And he catches passes in the backfield too. So
I think Glenn misunderstood the question.
I think they have Mike Washington. They're just saying while he has value now, do they trade him for a guy like Tony Pollard who's a starter?
No.
I'll tell you why I'm going to give it a no, Henry, and thank you. Let us know what team you root for. Really would appreciate that. We're getting a lot of new fan bases in here, and it's a lot of fun knowing what teams everybody roots for. For me, it's a no because I like the guy behind Tony Pollard, and if the Titans get off to a slow start, which is very possible, Singleton, the Penn State running back, he may turn some faces. The other Penn State running back, Katron Allen, is getting a lot of work in preseason. Watch out for Nick Singleton over there with Tennessee taking some carries from Pollard. I would be cautiously keeping Mike Washington and have him, I think Washington's value is going to be more valuable as the season goes on. And I think maybe you can get more than Tony Pollard for him. I'm going to just say that much. Thanks again, Henry. My opinion, that's the way I would go.
Kenny, it's Henny Otto, by the way, not Henry.
Henny Otto. Sorry.
There you go.
Sorry. Henny Otto.
I'm just giving, ladies and gentlemen, we gave each other crap on this show, and I'm going to do that throughout the show. So I'll have to give Kenny a hard time.
I'm behind the scenes right now. I don't have the chat up, so.
You're good.
Yeah, I did.
Graham says 4, by the way.
Graham says 4. And Henny, please let us know what team you're rooting for. I'd love to know.
I'm about ready to tell you that. Chicago Bears.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Looking team, Henny. Colston Loveland. That's my big guy this year. I think my bold prediction, he may be tight end number 1 at the end of the season. That's my bold prediction on Colston Loveland.
And Henny Otto, since you're new here, we do have a all football show called Inside the Juice Football Show on Tuesdays. You can catch us 8 p.m. Mountain Time, 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the East Coast. For the East Coast fans, the Chicago Bears cover all 32 teams. Obviously, Chicago Bears are part of that. I also cover college football. Obviously, you see us covering fantasy football. So welcome to the channel. Appreciate you, and welcome to the community.
Welcome. We're going to try and get this draft over a little bit. And we got a real mock draft coming up. So everybody play along. Henny and everybody else out there, we play along and we make these picks, and we have some fun in between. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Shuffle for pick number 6. Good luck, everybody. Pick number 6 is going to go to the sheriff himself,
Wow.
Glenn, number
Congrats,
6. Let me recap. That's 5 teams are left. Trevor, rounding up, pick 10. Jenny, pick 9. We have Nicole coming in at 8. Graham, number 7. Glenn, number 6. That leaves Patrick, Wiltsey, Mr. Coffee, myself, our great friend Martin, Bobby Blackjack. Got to give a shout out to Surge Sports. Still, I didn't give a shout out early. Bobby Blackjack's been awesome. We are going to be partnering with Surge Sports. So excited to get that new channel loaded. We're going to be on Apple TV. We're going to be on Amazon Fire Stick. We're going to be on Roku. You're going to be able to catch us in a lot of new places. And he has some great shows over there. If you're a college basketball fan, Seton Hall in Big East. And there's some other people over there that do great shows too. There's a football show out there as well. Surge is 24/7. You can catch us on there live, or you can catch us there anytime throughout the week on your big screen TVs. Thank you, Bobby. Appreciate you. You're still alive. Michael Ronquillo, everybody's friend Michael Ronquillo, rounds out the 5 people that are left. Glenn, give us a pick. You just got chosen. Give us a shuffle number, my friend.
Lucky number 3 again, please.
3. 1, 2, 3. Good luck to the top 5 players left in here, as pick 5 is going to go to Glenn. You just gave me pick 5, and I just had pick 5 in Carson's league. So gonna see how different this is gonna be. Fun because now I got 5 in 2 different leagues. Just had a draft today, so I kind of know, maybe I made some mistakes. Maybe things get better. So I'm going to remove myself. We got 4 left. I haven't had Martin pick yet. Martin, if you're out there, give us a shuffle number from 1 to 5, and then we'll continue to draft as we got 4 people left.
I'm just going to drop out for a minute and give something to Jackson. I'll be right back,
no problem.
boys.
No problem.
Go ahead.
No problem.
Okay, we may have
a few
to.
seconds.
Yeah,
I'll go ahead and shuffle it.
Yeah. Go ahead and shuffle. We're already
I'm gonna
almost
give
30
it.
minutes.
I'm gonna give it 2. 1,
Okay.
2.
And next time, Martin will go to 4. Like Martin just put 4 in the chat as soon as you put.
Yeah, no problem. We'll go 2.
Yeah.
Pick number 4, gonna go to Patrick. Patrick gets number 4. If he's out there listening, I'll let you know, Patrick. If not, I know you're busy doing stuff today. It's Sunday afternoon there for you, early evening out there in Hawaii. Thank you again, Mr. Lion Coffee, Patrick Wiltsey. What was Martin's number?
4.
4. Good luck, everybody. Top 3. 3 and 4.
Whoever gets number one overall pick has to tell us who they're drafting. I'm just kidding, by the way.
Martin might have picked himself at 3.
There we go. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that, as it's going to come down to Bobby Blackjack and Michael Ronquillo. Michael's in the audience. Bobby's not. I just made a pick. Martin just made a pick. Trevor, I'm going to give you the shuffle.
Let's see. Drum roll. 5.
That's what I was thinking.
Yep.
2, 3, 4, 5. It stays the same sometimes. So I did shuffle it 5 times.
Okay.
Good luck, Michael. Good luck, Bobby Blackjack. Let's see who wins the draft lottery. Let's do it. Pick 2 going to go to. Oh, it's close. Bobby Blackjack. Congratulations, Michael, as he gets pick number 1.
Wow, congrats, Michael. Well deserved.
Michael
Well deserved.
Ronquillo
Yep, well
with
deserved.
pick 1.
Yep.
Awesome. So let me read it one more last time, Trevor. So if there's any mistakes, I know there's not, but just in case there's something don't sound right.
Mm-hmm.
Pick 10 went to you. Pick 9, Jenny. Pick 8, Nicole. Pick 7, Graham. Pick 6, Glenn. Pick 5, Kenny. Pick 4, Patrick. Pick 3, Martin. Pick 2, Bobby Blackjack. And congratulations again, once again, Michael Ronquillo with pick number 1.
Michael, who you taking though? You gotta let us know you're taking. Is it gonna be Jen? Is it gonna be Gibbs, Bijan, or Jamar Chase? I'm curious. Or is there a dark horse? Who knows?
Nice.
I'm gonna put you on the spot a little bit, Michael, but it's all in good fun. I promise. Just curious.
Yep.
The suspense is killing me.
So, yeah. Hey, I'm excited. This is going to be fun. We're going to have some fun throughout the league. We create a chat. We can do that with everybody. I have my first NFL fantasy league player. I think he's saying he has his first.
Oh, he has somebody in mind. Okay. I'm going to guess Bijan, but.
Yeah. You guys want to pull up a mock draft in the meantime?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, definitely. Let's go.
Let's get that shared.
Isn't it funny with both of my spins? The first one was you, Trev, and the second one was Kenny.
Jinxing each other. That's what it is. Michael comes in and also earlier said Trevor will take all Dallas Cowboys player. No, I think Nicole's going to take them all before I do, so I don't think I got to worry about that.
Well, sledging starting.
We're gonna have ladies' choice tonight, boys and girls. What draft pick number mock draft, Nicole, do we want to do? Do you want to see number 8 and see how it goes? That's totally up to you. Or do you want to go with a different number? Ladies' choice tonight.
Lucky number 8 for Troy Aikman.
As long as it's not Tony Romo, I think we're okay.
Draft date and time. Great question, Martin. Looking at Monday, August 31st or Tuesday, September 1st. Is that okay for everybody for date? And time would be, because there's a lot of West Coast people, 10:30, 11 o'clock Eastern time, which would make it 7:30, 8 o'clock West time. And Patrick, who's out there in Hawaii, 5, and Glenn, you're out there in Australia, so convenient for all of you all to make it.
Nicole says 8.
Okay. Yeah, just let us know if you'd rather, if Monday night works, Tuesday night, we'll make it work. Tuesday night's going to be hard, actually, because of the,
Juice.
the juice. What did we say, Trevor? Monday or Wednesday, right? We said?
Yeah, we'll figure out everything. We'll put everybody in the group chat. Yeah.
Or Kenny, we could do it Sunday night and do it on a show.
We'll talk
Shows
about
are going to be hard. We'll get Martin.
We'll figure.
We'll work on that in the next day or two. We'll come up with a date and time, and hopefully it can work for everybody. If not, we'll figure something else out. We'll make this work for everybody. All right, we'll do it. Can't do Tuesday for Martin. Yeah. Tuesday's out for us too. We got Inside the Juice. Monday's good. If Monday can work for everybody, we'll make that happen. All right. So let's try. We'll shoot for that day. I'll message everybody in the group chat, and we'll make it work. Let's do 8 for Nicole.
Let's
see how we can get a team, how she can get some ideas. And I suggest everybody now, your pick, go in PF Mock Draft Simulator, free of charge. We're going to have we're not going to do 18, but we're probably going to have a roster of 18 players. That I'll just say that much, for our league. So if you want to set that to 18, we'll do 15 to shorten it up a little bit. But we're going to do this for Nicole. Let's get it started, and let's see what happens.
We've never picked
am I shared yet?
Either.
I'm not shared yet on there, right?
No, you're good.
Yeah.
And Kenny, just so the guys know who are sort of new to the pod, but also new to our fantasy league, the additions that you've got in the scoring, the special things that you've added for kickers and for other landmark scoring opportunities.
I believe if you've went into the league, I got to get Michael's email out. I got to get the email out to Michael, and got to get the email out for Blackjack. I'm going to work on that tonight. Once you get the email, you can go in and see the scoring settings from there. Because there's a lot to go over on a show. So, so Nicole, this is what's up there for you. We'll let Glenn make this pick and, see if Nicole wants to play along or if she just wants to watch and see what the draft looks like for her at 8. But Jonathan Taylor's still on the board there at 8. Devon A-Chain, James Cook, Justin Jefferson, K9, Chase Brown are the top players on there.
We got another question coming in, too, from another new name, looks like.
Okay, let's hit that 1 second. Let's make this first pick, and then we'll take the time to talk to Bobby in a second.
Yeah, Nicole, throw in the chat who you want, because you can help me with this one, and we'll see if it's consensus.
Play along, Nicole. Go ahead, see if you want to make the pick, and then we'll agree or disagree and go from there.
Well, it doesn't look like CeeDee Lamb's available either, so I don't know, Nicole.
There's a better receiver than him.
But in a better situation. Make a pick,
Glenn, as Nicole's getting ready to think. Why don't you make a pick and see if she agrees with you or wants to go a different route?
Well, we took Chase Brown last time, who I really like, so we'll grab Justin Jefferson here.
Justin Jefferson?
Yeah.
See if Nicole wants to do that. So Glenn's passing on the running backs. We can make that pick, and then what do you think, Trevor? Do we make it or we wait for Nicole?
Let's see.
While we're waiting for Nicole, let's get Bobby up on here.
Yeah. I just closed my screen.
And Bobby, the FP 5667. Thank you for hanging out with us. Get your question in. Please let us know what team you root for, and hope you like what you see in here. We got a nice community we're building, and we're interactive. So let us know. Would you trade Rashee Rice, Abuka, Neighbors for Jamar Chase and Devontae Smith. To redraft, 2 flex. Team is JD5, Gibbs, Swift, Rice, Neighbors, Flowers, Abuka. His bench is Parker Washington, Michael Wilson, Brooks, and Corum. That's a lot. Did you catch it all in, Trevor? Or
Let's keep that on the screen so I can continue to follow.
I'll start.
Yeah.
Bobby. I like Abuka a lot, but you know what? You're getting Jamar Chase back, and you're giving up Rice, Abuka, Neighbors. We know Neighbors is coming back. It looks like, but is he going to be 100% early in the season? You're getting Jamar Chase, who I think is wide receiver 1 in the league, and you're getting Devontae Smith, who I think has upside. No, AJ Brown. Dallas Goedert's getting older. Barkley's getting older. I would do that. Yes, I would trade that now if before they change their mind, because Rice is good, Buka's good, but you're getting the number 1 wide receiver in return, and if Devontae Smith, I think, is going to be as good as Abuka. So yes, I'm going for it. Trevor?
Well, and this is 100%. Yeah, I'm with you on this one after rereading this comment here and the question. Again, appreciate you, Bobby, for asking this. Yeah, I mean, because you're getting the best wide receiver out of all these guys. Like, yeah, I mean, like Neighbors has, wide receiver 1 upside for sure, but torn ACL, I mean, knee injuries like that, those linger for a minute, and it takes guys a little while to get back from that. So I'm kind of on the fence about Malik Neighbors this year. I think that's why you're also seeing him fall in rounds, and I think you could continue to see him fall. I know he'll be playing week 1, but he's not going to be 100%. I'll tell you that. I mean, he that's going to take some time. Rashee Rice, I don't trust Rashee Rice for anything. I mean, the guy can't stay out of trouble. I love Eka Ibuka, but what you're getting with Jamar Chase and that offense, I mean, he's a top 3 wide receiver in fantasy. I mean, that's you take that trade all day. And then I agree with you on Devontae Smith, Kenny. I am a little bit lower on Devontae Smith, but I do think that there's at least a chance that he could be wide receiver 1 there. So absolutely, I'm taking that deal. You're getting the best wide receiver in Jamar Chase out of all of those guys, hands down. It's not close. And then possible upside in Devontae Smith as well, 100%. And Parker Washington, keep an eye out for that name as well, because Travis Hunter will not be playing on the offense side of the ball this year. He's going to be primarily on the defense side of the ball. Parker Washington's a name to keep an eye on, and a name that I've been hearing that's going to be involved in that offense more than people know.
Yeah, I think you did good. Glenn, agree. And then Sir Dinesh is coming in, and we'll get back to the draft with Nicole.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm taking this all day. I've actually got a friend who's a Phillies fan an Eagles fan who doesn't like Devontae, and he's actually really excited about the way they'll use him with Brown gone. So big tick from me.
Yeah, Bobby, good luck. Our opinions, we would trade that. Yes. Yeah. So hopefully, if you make that trade, it works out for you. Who do you root for, Bobby? We got Bears fans in here tonight, Falcons fans, Giant fans, Cowboy fans, Broncos fans. We're
Chiefs
all hanging
fans.
out. Chiefs fans are in here. Let us know who you root for, Bobby. Would appreciate it. We have fun because we have other shows on here, and we love to have every fan base in here. So Sir Dinesh is coming in. Thanks, guys, so much. He is trading A-Chain and Pickens for Tet and JSN. We all said right? 10-team PR. Our opinions, we said yes. Just want to make that clear out there. Yes, we would make that trade. Yep. And if you do make that trade, Sir Dinesh, we wish you the best of luck.
Yep.
And I think it's a smart one. I do.
Yep. Absolutely.
Appreciate everybody coming in here tonight. Nicole likes the Bengal. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to ask our audience, Chase Brown, Justin Jefferson. I'm going to ask Trevor, too, Chase Brown or Justin Jefferson. And I'll answer, too. I'll let everybody get a chance if they want to play along because we're like I said, we don't lie when we say we're interactive. Everybody's going to play along if they want to. You're welcome, Sir Dinesh, and thank you so much. We appreciate we're building this channel from scratch, so we're brand new. Martin's going Chase Brown. I'm going Chase Brown only, Glenn, because the running back, I think I can get wide receivers close to Justin Jefferson value in the second round. I don't know if Chase Brown, I can get a receiver running back type there. But Jonathan Taylor's intriguing too. But the choices, because Nicole said Chase Brown, we're playing this for her. Glenn made the
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson choice, and Nicole said Chase Brown. So we got to.
Well, let's have it straight, Kenny. I said because we took Chase Brown last time, we'll take Jefferson, but I'll ask Nicole. So it's unanimous.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Yep. You're right. You're right. So Chase Brown is Nicole's pick. Trevor, why don't you talk about Chase Brown since you didn't have to make a decision on Chase Brown or Justin Jefferson?
Yeah, what makes Chase Brown so intriguing, I think, is his involvement not only in the running game but the passing game. Anytime you're looking for a running back in fantasy football, especially early on, what separates these backs as well is their involvement in the passing game. I mean, Chase Brown is one of those guys that can be involved in the pass game at a high level. Now, when Joe Burrow's out, it does affect Chase Brown, so it's something to keep in mind. It really doesn't, like people say, well, it's going to affect Jamar Chase. Blah, blah. Yeah, it's not as much. Chase Brown's going to be more affected by it. Now, I will say last year he did really come on when Joe Flacco came on and into the fold. But that's what's unique about Chase Brown. It's not necessarily his explosiveness as a running back, but it's his involvement in the passing game. And so I like Chase Brown a lot. I on that screen right there that we just had, James Cook's very intriguing as well. I think he's a safe pick. I think that's one pick you don't have to really worry about. He'll be involved in the offense. JT, when JT's healthy, man, he's one of the best backs in the game. He's a top 3 back in the game. But can certainly understand why Chase Brown would be the pick here too, and I'm on board with it.
Graham, give us an unfortunate update on Bud Clark. And Graham and Michael are so great at giving us updates on any breaking news while we're doing the shows. Appreciate both of you. Graham's a backstage producer on K&K Sports Show, and Graham's also producing every week over there for a show on the K&K Sports Show called the Rocky Mountain Blitz. You could catch them on 7 Eastern, 5 Pacific, 5 Mountain. Is that correct, Graham? I know I was on last week as a guest and it was 7 p.m., but that might have been a time change. Just let me know. But no,
Tough
thanks
news.
for the update there. Tough news. We'll hit that on Tuesday, I'm sure, in our news segment.
Yeah, absolutely.
On some injuries. We usually have an injury update for players of the week. But let's move on to round 2 and look at that. Justin Jefferson's still there. I'm going to go to Trevor next for this pick and Nicole. Justin Jefferson's still sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
And so is our 1B, Trev. The 1B running back I had there was Walker, because I think the Chiefs are going to have to use him a lot, because even if Mahomes starts early, he's not going to have his legs under him for 5 or 6 weeks. So they're going to have to be run heavy, and he was huge last year.
Yeah. I mean, I think this board's actually went really well. If this is how, you're in the second round and this is how your board's looking, I really like this board. Justin Jefferson here, Derrick Henry, Amari and Hampton, I should say. Saquon Barkley's there. I mean, you could go many different ways. Kenneth Walker, although Kenneth Walker probably slides down a little bit more with Derrick Henry and Hampton on the board, but you could go many different directions here. Question is, do you double up on running back, take wide receiver in the 3rd round, or you go get your number 1 wide receiver, Justin Jefferson, alongside Chase Brown, and then wait another round to get your running back? That's the question.
Indeed. What's your mind saying, Trev? Are you thinking JJ?
That's tough because I love.
If you want to see a certain position, just let us know. I got every position up there right now.
Honestly, for me, I'd probably go safer option with Derrick Henry. And it may not be a popular decision, but you know what you're getting with King Henry, man. I don't know why everybody's like, not Aaron, I shouldn't say everybody. There's people out there that are like, well, Derrick Henry, why? He's going to slow down? For who? And for who else is in the backfield? No one's backing him up. I mean, like Justice Hill, okay. Like, no, that's not a problem. Derrick Henry's going to be 1,000-yard back plus, again, double-digit touchdowns. Lamar Jackson's back. They got some weapons offensively. Their defense will be better this year. They're going to be running the ball. I mean, Derrick Henry's going to get those goal line situations. The only thing on Derrick Henry is he's not effective in the passing game. But this guy is so safe and such a great pick here. Like, I think he's worthwhile considering. He's in my top 3. My top 3 is Jefferson, Henry, and Hampton.
No issues with Henry, Trevor, and Nicole. Trust your judgment. I will just say this, Nicole. If you're a gambler, I know you're new to fantasy football. I like to take risks. I did a short video on Football Fever Network. 2 players today. I did it this afternoon. A couple of you were there, and I appreciate you all being there. 2 players I would reach for. First round, Chase Brown. Guess what? Nicole got Chase Brown at pick 8 in the first round. He was ranked around 12. The other guy is Saquon Barkley. High risk, high reward on Saquon Barkley. You might get 20 rushes for 30 yards, and then bang, here comes that 50-yard touchdown. So, but you trust his judgment. I do too. You want to go the safe route. There's no issues with that from me. I think Derrick Henry's a solid pick, Trevor. So let's do that for Nicole.
Okay. And the only reason I'm not on Saquon there, and I like Saquon, do I love Saquon? No. And I will say that because Philly will spread the ball around to you. They got Mekhi Lemon. They got the tight end from Vanderbilt as well. Can't remember his name right now. Eli Stowers is the one I'm talking about, Stowers. So they got plenty of weapons to also throw the ball to. Devontae Smith we just talked about. So Saquon will be involved in the offense, but I worry about his injury issues.
You would have said Barkley. Well, we gave Trevor that pick. That's good. Can't go wrong there. It's not a bad pick. Derrick Henry is going to be the safe pick. You take safe picks. There's nothing wrong, like Martin's saying. Can't go wrong with any of the 4 running backs. So Henry is good. And then so good pick. We're going to come back to Nicole. She's got 2 running backs now, Chase Brown and Derrick Henry, and a solid 1-2 at running back. And there's more at the top of the list. There's Amarion Hampton. There's Kyron Williams, Josh Jacobs, Javonte Williams from her Cowboys, George Pickens from her Cowboys. So wide receivers starting to get a little on the thinner side for wide receiver 1. Let's see what tight ends are there. There's my guy Loveland, but he's ranked 47. I'm not going to reach for him this high for you, Nicole. Quarterback, let's see if Josh Allen's there, just as curiosity.
And the other thing, guys, with Derrick Henry is that having Jesse Minter coaching that defense is going to have the offense on the field a lot more. Mm-hmm. He just schemes so well to shut teams down to 3 and outs. We're glad to have him out of the division.
Nicole, I got a couple choices here for you. Flex spot, for those who don't know, I know Nicole's new to fantasy football. Patrick's new to fantasy football. Flex spot can be a running back, wide receiver, or tight end. That's where right here on the right-hand side, you see wide receiver, tight end, and then you see WR, tight end. It could be any of the 3. So if we took running back here, yeah, you got 3 running backs, but you're going to have 3 starting players on your roster. There's one guy I like there at running back that may be too good to pass up. But we'll go over wide receivers for you in a second, Nicole. Amarion Hampton. Trevor nailed it with Chase Brown and Amarion Hampton that could possibly have big years. Mm-hmm. He's sitting there, and I promise you, if he's sitting there when I pick in the second round and this is the board, he's coming to my team. And that's just how it's going to be.
This is a third round now.
Third round.
Yeah.
Third round sitting there. He ain't going to be sitting there if he's sitting there. And this board has really felt nice for you, Nicole. I do like 2 wide receivers. I'm not going to lie. I like Devontae Smith. We've been talking about him. I do like Chris Olave, especially with Jordan Tyson, the rookie, being hurt. There's not much else there to throw to, and I think Olave can be one of those fourth quarter garbage point players for you where they get all their points in the fourth quarter for you, and you're down by 10 points, and he gets you 12 points in the fourth quarter. So my decisions are Hampton, Smith, Olave. I'm going to pass it to Trevor to make this pick. I can't make it.
Yeah, Nicole says, give me Javonte Williams, and then she says either Javonte or Pickens. Martin says Olave or Pickens for me. Let's see here. Let me zoom back in on the board here. I mean, honestly, I wish the board falling the way it has. Honestly, kind of wish we'd have taken Justin Jefferson last round. I maybe just said like toot my own horn like 5 minutes ago with the running back, but I mean Henry would have been gone, so it doesn't matter, I guess. But I love Hampton. Kyron, you can't go wrong with. I mean, load up on backs. You can never have enough. That's kind of what I say. And like wide receiver, there's still wide receiver talent down the board. I mean, Pickens, yeah, but he's a concern for me within this Dallas offense. And Devontae, yeah, but is he really gonna put up big numbers next year? They got Mekhi Lemon. They're gonna want to use him. Eli Stowers, like they're gonna want to use him as well. So like for me, it's a running back, it's screaming running back, but I can certainly see why somebody would want to take a wide receiver here too.
Who do you like, Glenn? We'll make a consensus.
I'm with
here.
Nicole. Give me Williams or give me Kyron Williams. I'm not going
Let's
near
make
Hampton.
this.
Ronk and I don't like him, and I'll never draft him.
It's a mock
Thank
draft.
God he
It's
didn't
for
come to Denver.
practice. Let's do this for Nicole. Let's take Javonte Williams here. Let's take her guy, and let's see how we do at the end. Let's see what the grades are, because maybe this is a Javonte Williams pick. Maybe this is an Amarion Hampton pick. So let's do it for her. Let's make this pick. What do you say, guys? Javonte Williams.
That's fine.
Yeah. Well, remember, Kenny, I told you how the grades work. So the best graded pick here would be an A+ for Devontae Smith.
Okay.
If you follow everything they recommend, you get an A+ for every pick. And you end up with a list that you go, no, I wouldn't pick this. So their grades are based on them, not on football acumen.
Gotcha. And Nicole, so this is 4th round now. We still got Devontae Smith. I'm looking at just wide receivers for you, because now it's time where you got to get a wide receiver, Nicole. Devontae Smith is still there. Garrett Wilson, Ladd McConkey, I absolutely love.
Is Loveland there?
Loveland, the tight end.
Jalen Waddle's there too.
Mm-hmm.
That's where Trevor was saying you can get talent.
Yeah. But then you got Kyron Williams just sitting there
Colson
too.
Loveland's
So
still there.
Oh, still.
Yeah.
So now you have your starting running. Nicole has her starting running backs at pick 8, or whoever's picking pick 8 in their fantasy leagues. It's not just Nicole. This is what can possibly be there for you with pick 8. You got your 3 running backs. I mean, that's great. That's great news. You got 3 running backs that are going to be in your starting lineup. And now you can get some wide receiver talent. That's still wide receiver 1 talent. Ladd McConkey's wide receiver 1 talent.
she wants
Garrett
to see,
Wilson's wide receiver talent.
she wants to see wide receiver and quarterbacks.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you could think of stacking your quarterback here,
stack.
Nicole. Joe Burrow with Chase Brown.
Drake May, Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson's interesting because you get extra points for running touchdowns with your quarterback. Where you get, it's a little different, Nicole, Patrick, newcomers. You get 4 points for your quarterback for a passing touchdown instead of 6. But if they run with a rushing touchdown, they get a 6 point. A little different, where Josh Allen's getting picked early in drafts. He's a dual threat quarterback.
And Drake May too.
Lamar's for 1 with Josh Jackson there. I don't have a problem if you go quarterback here. There's some good wide receiver talent that I still think will be there when you pick next. Garrett Wilson, I'm high on. Ladd McConkey, Jalen Waddle, Tet McMillan, Emeka Ibuka. I mean, gosh, Terry McLaurin. There's good talent there at wide receiver. The quarterbacks are going to start going off the board, in my opinion. Up to who's making this pick? Am I? And Nicole can agree or disagree. Nicole, I'm going to go.
It was me. Kenny's done what he did to you, Trevor.
Oh, yeah. Pass it to you. Glenn's up. Yeah, Glenn's up.
I'm going to call you Teofimo Lopez, the takeover.
What do you want to see, Glenn? Position-wise. Did I lose Glenn?
Look, no, he's muted.
Nicole, what do you want to go? Do you want a quarterback or do you want a wide receiver?
She said, I like Drake May. And then Michael has a question for us as well.
And Michael's saying Drake May too, so we'll make that pick for her. We're gonna, we'll see how she does. A lot of people like Drake May. Not my top quarterback, but I'm not perfect, far from it. So, that could be a very solid pick there. AJ Brown. Let's see. Nicole's probably going for the handsome players look here. I'm thinking, right? Yeah,
No way.
that's maybe the
No
way she's
way.
going on this route. Yeah, she's just
Kenny, don't worry, Nicole. Kenny does the same thing.
yeah. Ronk has a question, guys, and this is probably
Fire
going to be
away,
a
Ron.
different answer from all of us. Question for Kenny, Trevor, Glenn: when should you draft a quarterback in NFL fantasy football leagues? I think
I
we're
don't
all
think
in
there's
agreement. Not round one.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't think there's a right or a wrong answer, Ronk. You've really got to watch what happens in each individual league you're in, and then you've got to assess who you've been able to acquire. So, Trevor, Kenny, and I do like to try and stack our quarterback with a wideout, tight end, or with the running back so that we can maximize our points. But if you see a board going a certain way and people start picking quarterbacks and Bo Nix is there, I know you love him, mate, take him because you never know who you're going to be left with if you don't go early enough. So there's never a right or wrong answer to this. I think you've got to watch who else is being picked.
Nicole, I got one guy I reach for in my drafts if he's there, and I haven't been able to get him yet. Josh Allen. I just mentioned how he gets points for running the ball and passing. Last year, he had 14 rushing touchdowns plus his passing touchdowns. There's nobody that compares to that. You're getting some extra points with the running from Josh Allen. I say reach if he's there in the late second to third round. I would take him, but he hasn't been there, and I don't want to reach more than that unless you're unhappy with your running back situation. So let's say you got Justin Jefferson and you loaded up at wide receiver, Justin Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb. You got two wide receivers. You need a running back, and the running back room don't look good. Go draft Josh Allen. He'll be your running back, and will be your number one. So thank you, Ronk, for the question. Let's get Trevor's response, and then we got another new face in here. I want to say hello and get the comment from him.
Yeah, I mean, we got to just analyzing this whole situation with quarterbacks. Josh Allen usually round 2 to 3. Lamar Jackson usually round 4 to 5, and then it's a drop off. Joe Burrow you see probably after like around 5 to 6, I would say. And so you really have 3 quarterbacks that are like top of the top to middle part, let's say, of the draft. Jane Daniels, yeah, but like he's kind of fallen off a little bit. So like when it comes to fantasy football, at least so far. So I prefer to wait on quarterback, honestly, unless the board really like falls to where everybody's taking wide receiver, everybody's taking a running back. And then like Josh Allen just falls into my lap, or Lamar Jackson falls into my lap, then yes, that's truly, you got to take the best player available. That's my strategy. I wouldn't. Obviously, you don't take quarterbacks early, in like round 1, round 2, if you can help it. But like round 3, and you want to take a quarterback and the board falls to you, absolutely, I would consider it. But for me, typically, I usually wait until after round 4 to take a quarterback.
Yeah, yes, Nicole's asking if we can see wide receiver, tight end. Yeah, that's definitely where you got to go, in my opinion, next round. Dennis, not a fan. Welcome, Dennis Reisman, 9180. Drake May takes a lot of sacks and likes to give the ball to the other team. Not a big fan of Drake May. Dennis, welcome. Appreciate you hopping on. Bills fan, maybe, Dennis? Just want to throw guests out there. We like to know who everybody roots for, fan bases. We got a lot of different fan bases in here tonight, building our network up. So appreciate you coming in. If you want to share who you root for, you want to give us a question, comments, we'll share them. We keep it, fun here and like to interact with everybody. So welcome there, Dennis. Let's look at Nicole's for wide receiver tight ends option here, as I will give her some thoughts. Love Lad McConkey, Nicole. He's one of my players I would reach for. And he's sitting there he's ranked 37. I don't think I need to look elsewhere. Maybe Jalen Waddle, both of those guys. I mean, I got there's Bronco fans in here, but I'm not a Bronco fan, but I watched the Bronco game with Kurt. I've seen enough Jalen Waddle show up in Kansas City. and catch me 8 balls for 80 yards and a touchdown. He's going to be a PPR guy with Bo Nix. And PPR means you get 1 point for every reception, Nicole. So those are my 2 choices, and I'm going to leave it that simple. For tight end, dropped a little bit, Nicole. So I would pass on tight end here, to be honest with you. You need your wide receiver 1. And Lad McConkey, Jalen Waddle for me. I don't need to look elsewhere, guys. I'll let Nicole, you want to make that decision. Mile high till I die. God bless Bo Nix. You guys got another Bronco fan. Glenn, talk about your new Bronco show. You got a new Bronco fan in here. We got a lot of Bronco fans in here. As this, our old network, we're with Broncos related, but no more. So it's all 32, but we do have a Broncos show. Talk about it, Glenn.
Yeah, so Dennis, when you get a chance to jump back in and subscribe and have a look at the post-game show Trevor and I did to actually launch our Bronco show. And as you can read under my name, it's called the Denver Bronco Game Plan. So we're going to do a post-game show sort of after the presses, and we'll also do a weekly show, which we're just finalizing when we go on, where we'll preview the game. And it's as Trevor and my shows go. And as you can see with this show, all our shows are extremely interactive. And one of the legends from our Mile High group, The Ronk, is giving you a Mile High salute. So I'll give you one. I know Trev will give you one, and
Absolutely.
Kenny.
I'll give you one too as a Giant fan, but still my brothers here are Bronco fans. I support them as well. And a lot of our audience members are Bronco fans too. They get the Mile High salute all the time as well.
Absolutely.
I wonder if Nicole's going to help him with this Mile High salute and take Waddle, or go for McConkey.
She wants McConkey. She's going to take the Charger, McConkey, and that's the way I would go, Nicole.
Yep.
If McConkey's not there, it's Waddle, but McConkey I am reaching for. Mike McDaniel's the new offensive coordinator over there, and his offense, McConkey's going to get the ball, and he's going to be the number 1 wide receiver over there. I absolutely love Lad McConkey here, Nicole. And you know what? Your team's looking good. If I got McConkey as my wide receiver 1, I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Trevor?
Yeah, I mean, I've been all over Lad McConkey. When it comes to, since we even started this fantasy football show. So love Lad McConkey. I 100% agree with you, Kenny, because just Justin Herbert and what he's going to be able to do in that Chargers offense. Mike McDaniel loves to use, the same wide receivers. There's really not a lot of substitutions when it comes to wide receivers. Quinshon Johnson's another one to keep an eye out for, but Lad McConkey, obviously more durable and doesn't have drop issues. So, Lad McConkey's a more consistent wide receiver. I 100% expect him to be the number 1 wide receiver and possibly have a career year this year.
Dennis, another one of our great friends and supporters, Martin, coming in. Dennis, the Mile High Menace. Welcome, brother. Welcome, brother. Welcome again, Dennis. We'll be on Tuesday doing our all 32 team, but so Broncos are included in that show. So if you're around, come hang out. If you like what you see, please hang out. We'd love to welcome you there. Let's move on for Nicole. As Trevor is up, what position do you want to look for? Nicole, you tell us too what you want to look for. She needs wide receiver and tight end help still.
What's that? What do we got a wide receiver left? I mean, I see T. Higgins and McLaurin, but what else? Parker Washington, Christian Watson. No. James Williams. I mean, there's still really good value there at wide receiver, even down the board. I mean, I'm not even
tight end for you.
Yeah, honestly, would wait on wide receiver now, if I'm being honest. Crap, man. That Kittle injury though, him coming back sooner rather than later, that intrigues me though.
He's been activated.
Yeah, exactly.
Trev,
I took Kittle in the draft I had tonight with some friends as my tight end 1. I came back just a couple rounds after that with Isaiah Likely because if you take Kittle, you got to have a decent tight end to back up Kittle if he doesn't play all 17. I would go with a decent tight end 2 on your bench. So I went Isaiah Likely.
What do we have at running back? We have Judkins left, but is there anything else behind him that's worthwhile looking at?
Swift. Montgomery.
There is. That's the thing. Because here's the thing. And it's something to think about.
Darian
This is
Price is still sitting there.
Yeah, even further down. Man, I kind of like this board right
Yeah.
now. I don't know where
So do I.
everybody else on this is taking players at, but my gosh, there's a lot of depth there still.
It's an
Most depth I've
embarrassment
ever
of
seen.
riches, Trev, for you.
Yeah, seriously. Because Judkins the guy. He's the guy there in Cleveland, but
And
I think you can
there's
wait
the
out
Jets,
Stevenson's
running.
there too, our boy. Whew.
Yeah,
2 running backs. Oh, no, you know what? I do this. Yeah, Judkins and Swift are the 2 selections.
I don't trust Swift. I can't trust Swift because I think he's got a high floor, but his ceiling's very limited. They have Kyle Mungai there that they started using last year within that offense, and it's going to be a split backfield again. I don't trust Swift. I would stay away from DeAndre Swift.
Little early for Kincaid, Nicole. Not too far down the line, but I would try and get like Kittle and Kincaid as my tight end 2. Yes, but I wouldn't be safe having him as my tight end 1 all year. Let me just get a little side chat in there. Dennis is thanking everybody. Michael wants to know, Dennis, how long you've been a Bronco fan?
And for those that have been paying attention, when we have taken someone like Kittle, we've either taken Likely or Andrews to back them up. So Kincaid's another one that sort of is very solid in that sort of position, Nicole. So
how do you guys
you're
feel?
in the right direction, but it's too early now for Kincaid.
How do you guys feel about Terry McLaurin since they just signed Stephon Diggs? Does that change your mindset of Terry McLaurin at all?
As wide receiver
it
1, yes.
Yeah,
as wide receiver 1, yes. So
I think he's got to have a bounce back season, right? I mean, he's got to be prone for that. I mean, I know that offense is worrisome, and I think they're going to struggle to run the football. I think they're going to have to throw the football.
As long as Jaden Daniels is healthy, I like McLaurin. For me, this board right here, it's between Terry McLaurin and Kittle. I like Kittle a lot. When Kittle's on the field, he's a top 5 tight end in the league. And you can get him this late. And that's why I say we back him up with I did Isaiah Likely today, but Mark Andrews, you get a tight end in a couple more rounds. But you do need tight end 1. After Kittle, I think Kyle Pitts is still there. I don't know if Harold Fannon's, the quarterback situation there. Harold Fannon might have a sophomore slump. Tucker Kraft coming off an injury, not a fan. Laporta, everybody's expecting the Laporta bounce back. I don't know if it's there. He might have been, he might have had his flashes. I don't know. So for me, it's like George Kittle and then maybe Kyle Pitts. But if you pass on tight end in this round, Kittle and Pitts may go soon.
Yeah. Let's take –
and Kraft.
I'm fine with taking Kittle right here. Enough.
Yeah.
I think he's got the highest upside, and he's obviously production-wise. And we've mentioned this with Kittle in the past because some of these tight ends, I mean, they're just strictly pass-catching tight ends. Kittle sees the field more than all these tight ends combined. I mean, he's on the field 90% of the time. We've talked about it multiple times in the past. So it's something to consider when you're talking about taking a tight end is how often are they on the field, because that does raise their bar and their ceiling a little bit when it comes to their opportunities out there on the field to catch a ball and score a touchdown and just, really be productive offensively.
Yeah, we got some Broncos stuff for you guys. Dennis was a fan since Elway was a rookie. What a time to come in. Michael's saying 83 as well. So a lot of 83 fans there. So great to have you guys in here. Nicole said maybe Kittle. No, you didn't overload on running back. Absolutely not.
No.
Look at the running backs now that are on the board. It gets thin early, Nicole. Running back early is a very strong strategy that I like to try and follow. And you'll see when we do our draft. I'll just give a little secret away. It's a free league. We're playing for prizes. I will probably try and overload on running backs. So I'll give a little secret out there to everybody. So, and definitely try and get my 2 in the first 2 rounds. I'll say.
And he's trying to lose fantasy football this year, ladies and gentlemen. He's throwing out his plan.
And can he open wideouts while we're talking, and let's keep this flowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got our tight end. Let's see what we got here. Man.
8 years old for Dennis when he was 83. Me too, Dennis. I was born in 75 myself. God bless, man. God bless. Martin would have taken Burden. He wants a piece of that Bears offense.
I would take Odunze if you're going to go anybody in the Bears offense or Loveland. No, those are my two guys. I
Me
would stay
too.
away from Burden. I don't trust him right now.
Yeah, me either.
He's
Guys,
got. I think he's dealing with some
keep the
injury
side chat
issues.
on. It's awesome. Keep the side chat going. Love you guys. You know, a lot of Bronco fans in here, so much love.
I think Luther Burden's dealing with some injury issues too. I believe that's last I'd heard on him. So yeah, I would stay away from him. I would fade him. Go Odunze Martin if you're going to go a Bear, a wide receiver. That's the Chicago Bears should say.
Let me ask Trevor this, and Glenn, if you could chime in too. It's this time you start thinking Carnell Tate. They ain't gonna have many people to throw the ball to in Tennessee.
Yeah, but wide receiver too. You want to take that risk right now, or do you?
True. That's why I was asking. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Brian, Mike Evans is there, but that's going to give you two 49ers. You know, I don't know if I want to go that route.
I'll say
That's
this.
okay because their wideout room is being debilitated, and he's going to be wideout one, and Stribling, who's been playing really well in the off season, who's a sneaky later tip for everyone else, is going to be their wideout too. So I don't mind having him with Kittle.
See, there's a guy I like at wide receiver there, and Trevor's probably going to know where I'm going with this. I'm looking at two Cardinals back to back there, and I like Harrison, but who's going to throw him the ball? Trevor Carr just nailed Carnell Tate. Brian Thomas, people are saying, maybe a bounce back, but Parker Washington's ranked higher than him. Christian Watson, there's going to be a bunch of people throwing the ball. Give me DK Metcalf here. I know Trevor's making the pick. He's up with the pick, but give me DK Metcalf if I'm going wide receiver.
Well, I just made the Kittle pick, so
you made the Kittle pick.
It's your pick, Kenny.
I like DK Metcalf. He's got old, reliable Aaron Rodgers, throwing him the ball. Michael Pittman, DK Metcalf, there's nothing wrong with his talent. I'll go further down the line here. Johnston, Pittman, Godwin. I'd like to get your wide receiver too here, Nicole. I really would, because then you can start looking at bench players and taking some chances. Mike Evans is intriguing, but I let Nicole make this one. I like DK Metcalf's size. I mean, you want his stats from last year, I'll give them to you.
And while you're doing that, my mindset wouldn't just necessarily be on wide receiver here either. I mean, yeah, you need a wide receiver too, but my mindset would be also just, again, best player available, because you are one injury away from needing a running back, whether that's your flex or that's one of your starting running backs. So running back still needs to be in consideration. Like you have to make sure there's a balance and you don't lose track of your running backs and the lack thereof, because they go quickly. So
Nicole, Trevor sold me on it, and you trust Trevor. You sold me on it because I just looked at DK Metcalf's stats. They declined the last 3 years as Aaron Rodgers is getting older and older. DK Metcalf's stats have been dropping. Great call out there, Trevor. I'm pulling back the Metcalf at the last second. I'm making the call for a rookie running back, Jadarian Price. The upside is there for him, Nicole. May not get off to a fast start, but as the season goes on, don't be surprised if this is your rookie of the year. I'm going to do it for Nicole. I'm going to give you the rookie running back, Jadarian Price, Nicole, with a good chance to be in your starting lineup if this was your team. Like not even halfway, before the halfway mark, this guy's going to be in starting lineups, I'm telling you. So I'm doing it, guys. I'm taking Jadarian Price for Nicole.
Absolutely. That wasn't too hard of a sell.
Yeah.
And Nicole said Metcalf, and they said, oh, okay, no Metcalf. So she wouldn't be opposed to Metcalf. But we might get Metcalf in this round, Nicole. So it could be, one of those deals where, you get your running back and the receiver will be there later on.
Yeah, we'll go back to receivers for here, Kenny.
Receivers, you got it.
And I'll help her with this one. Then I'll quickly sort Jackson out for 2 minutes, and then we should be good for the rest of the show.
And there it is. Most of those receivers are still there, Glenn, that we were talking about. So you can go Mike Evans. You can go Metcalf. She wasn't opposed to Metcalf. Let's see if she likes Mike Evans. I think those would be two good choices for her. But Glenn, you take it away, brother.
Is Godwin still on the board?
I think so. Let's see.
Or did someone grab him?
Probably down the board more.
Right there.
Yeah,
not too far.
He's another one that's going to see a lot of balls. right next to Ibuka. So
Yeah.
He's got a team option in his contract after this year too, so his pressure's on for
yeah,
him.
There's Diggs sitting there. Xavier Worthy, Shaheed
Matt
further down the line. So I think
Matthew
this is
Golden.
definitely,
Matthew Golden's a name to watch down the board too, man.
yeah.
I just seen him this past weekend. He's explosive. He's better than Watson.
yeah,
I think this
and he's
is
put some size on too.
Yep.
So Nicole,
100% wide receiver pick.
Nicole, we'll give you 3. We'll give you Evans, Godwin, and a flyer on Watson. Who do you want?
Absolutely no Diggs. No, we're not giving you Diggs.
No.
Dennis with the Broncos, guys. He loves the Broncos running backs, just not for fantasy.
Jonah Coleman, though.
though.
Jonah Coleman, I would at least consider stashing him though, Dennis. I will say.
Yeah, if you're in a
one running back.
stash league, this isn't a stash league that's getting very complicated for, people that are just getting into fantasy football. But stash leagues, if anybody's out there, I know they've been asking me a question yesterday in the stash league, and definitely somebody to stash if you can. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
Dennis,
take a shot on Godwin.
My 2 running back flyers for you, Dennis, are none other than Pat Bryant and Stribling. They're the 2 that have been absolutely showing out. And if you want to look at someone else, it's Watson that we've just mentioned. Nicole, did you tell us who you wanted?
Yeah,
yes, you're going to take Chris Godwin, and I like that, Nicole.
Yep, beautiful.
Trevor, you can talk about Godwin.
Yeah, Chris Godwin obviously had multiple, at least actually 2 years in a row. Has had injury issues. He was very consistent before. Seemed like after he got that new contract extension, he really dipped. He was 1,000-yard wide receiver. He's gonna rack up the yards, but it'll be interesting to see with Chris Godwin because he's really not much of a touchdown guy. Like he's put up 6-7 touchdowns, whatever, but he's never been a double-digit touchdown guy. So with Mike Evans now out the door, Mecca Buka expected to be the wide receiver 1 there in Tampa Bay, does that kind of uptick Chris Godwin's touchdown numbers a little bit? That's a big question for me there. But he's puts up a ton of yards when he's healthy on the field. It's just, again, the last few years it's been very hard for Chris Godwin to stay on the field. So bounce back season, I think, incoming for Chris Godwin.
Yeah, good pick there. I think upside for sure, and that's what you look for in these rounds. And I think we got that last 2 rounds with Jadarian Price and Godwin. Let's do this. We're up next round. I'm going to pull up to best available here. So Nicole has her starting playmakers filled out in this draft. I say Nicole, it's a mock draft, but Drake May, Chase Brown, Derrick Henry, Ladd McConkey, Godwin, Kittle. Flex, they got Williams. Bench, we started with Jadarian Price. You do see kicker and defense up there, Nicole. Hold off a few more rounds before you take a kicker and defense. That's advice I strongly believe in. Kickers are dime a dozen. Yeah, Brandon Aubrey's great, Nicole, and best in the league. But Brandon Aubrey may only get 1 field goal attempt because the Cowboys are scoring a bunch of touchdowns. Extra point is only worth 1 point. The field goals go by distance. 3 points for a 30-yard field goal, 40 for 40 to 49, and so on and so forth. You hold off on kickers because anybody can do that in any given week. Defenses, same thing. You can pick defenses later on in your drafts. I'm not saying wait to the very end, but I like to fill out a couple of my playmakers on my bench before I pick kickers and defense. So we won't go that direction for you, Nicole. I do want to look at tight ends because, Kittle is a little fragile, and you can use a tight end also in the flex spot. So if you got a tight end that's doing really well, you want to put Kittle or your tight end 2 in your flex spot, you can. I want to see what the board looks like at tight end. Tucker Kraft is still sitting there. But again, injuries are a concern with him. I want 2 guys with injury bug. Kincaid, who Nicole asked about, Mark Andrews, Travis Kelce, or should I say Travis Swift? Nicole, he's probably a fan favorite of yours. You're a big Swiftie. Sorry, I'm giving a little secret out about you, Nicole, but Nicole's a Taylor Swift fan. Maybe she wants Travis Kelce later on, Nicole. He'll be there.
She said Kincaid, ? We got another new name coming in as well, Kenny.
Okay, yeah, I'll make this pick for Nicole. I think Kincaid Nicole, good question. I'm going to hold off because I think there's still talent there that can be there, at least in the next round for Kincaid. I'm going to look back at wide receiver for you because we only have two. Now I got my two starters. Now I'm going to look for somebody who can have a bounce back year. That's my strategy here because he's going to start the season on my bench. And there's one guy and one guy only that comes to mind, Nicole, and that's Brian Thomas Jr. Last year, I took him in the second round. He's sitting here. We're in the seventh, eighth round. He's still sitting there. The upside's there for a bounce back season. We know they're not going to have a very good run game in Jacksonville. Brian Thomas could be a sleeper steal here. Let's do that for you, Nicole. Let's take Brian Thomas here as we start filling out your bench. Glenn, Brian Thomas, give us a little insight on him. We like him?
Glenn is not here.
Oh, he went to take care. I'm backstage, guys, so sorry I don't see the chat.
No,
but
all good.
Trevor, Brian Thomas.
Yeah, Brian Thomas Jr. I mean, this is a risky pick to a degree, but I would say for me, I mean, I think Brian Thomas does solve a need. We can get Kincaid, I think, later on too, Nicole. So no worries on Dalton Kincaid. That's your backup tight end. So you're just filling out your bench. But with Brian Thomas, I mean, his rookie year, I mean, he was fantastic, right? You know, we thought he was the next big young wide receiver, up and coming player in the league, and then year two came on, last year came on, and he really saw a dip in production with him. And now you have Parker Washington to deal with. You have a couple other guys to deal with there as well. Travis Hunter's going to go on the defense side of the ball now, so it'll help open up the field for Brian Thomas Jr. But keep in mind, I think that there's still plenty of weapons there for Trevor Lawrence to throw the ball around. And so with Brian Thomas, he's probably not going to be the workhorse wide receiver. I don't think there's any clear wide receiver. Jacoby Myers is also there. So Justin Lawrence has some guys for the ball too. Upside still in Brian Thomas, but again, I would wait, a decent amount before I even draft him.
This is a great question that's going to have me thinking for a second. And let's welcome a new face to the new friend to the show, Balin Rios, 3577. Thank you. He comes in and asks if you had the first pick 1-1 in a 12-team full PPR league, who would you target at the 2-3 turn to pair with Gibbs? So this is tough. So you got pick one. He's going to go Gibbs. Comes all the way back around. He's not picking again until 23 and 24. Right, that would be 24, 25 would be his next two picks. Got to think about who's there doing these mock drafts. I'm going to pair him up with, I want to try and got to get another running back and wide receiver. But who do you think would be there, Trevor? I'm not even necessarily wide receiver. Balin, depending on how your draft goes, if let's say the running backs are going off the board strong, your 2-3 turn, I would seriously think about Josh Allen if he's there. If the running back situation's getting thin and it doesn't look good, Josh Allen's going to be a dual threat. He's going to get you those double-digit touchdowns. Last year he had 14 rushing touchdowns, and this past year, the year before that, and he's going to play every game. He's a durable quarterback, dual threat. If the running backs look good, I'm hoping Omarion Hampton slips to you. If he slips that far, because we got him in the third round for Nicole today. If Omarion Hampton slips there, take away Josh Allen. Wide receivers, I would load up on somebody else. Maybe Brock Bowers is sitting there with the Janty issue. There's going to be only one guy that they're going to be looking to target, and that's Brock Bowers in a full PPR league. Those are options for me, Trevor. I don't know if you have some. And hopefully I answered that in a decent way for you, Balin. But if the running back situation looks bad, don't count Josh Allen out and think he's just a quarterback. He's a running back for you too. And he's going to get you running back touchdowns. And that's usually 6 in your team's in your league. So if it's 6 points for a rushing touchdown, that's going to help you. But if the running backs are not getting taken off, Omarion Hampton could be there for you. That's the way I would look for running back for you.
Yeah, I mean, for me, AJ Brown needs to be in consideration, especially if you're taking Gibbs at 101. Gibbs, and there's really many different things Gibbs is going to do in that offense. He's going to be an explosive runner. He's one of the more explosive backs in the league, but he's also going to be very involved in their passing game too. So that's something to keep in mind. I'm with Kenny when it comes to I need to see what running backs fall to me. Running backs in the second round I'm targeting. Derrick Henry's absolutely going to be on that list. Amarian Hampton's on that list. See if I'm missing any other names. And if like Javonte Williams is there, I'm at least consider it. Nico Collins would be another name that I would actually pair really well. I think with Jahmyr Gibbs, you see what Jaden Higgins' injury is going to do with that offense. Nico Collins is the number one wide receiver there. So if you're going to go wide receiver, Nico Collins, AJ Brown, running back. If Derrick Henry makes it to you or Saquon makes it to you, Marion Hampton, if he falls to you, would be names that I would consider. Again, you want a running back that's going to be close enough to a workhorse back because teams use multiple running backs to try to spare their starters as well. But you also want a running back that's got receiving ability. Chase Brown possibly as well. So it depends on what you're looking for, but those are the kind of, hopefully I laid it out for you best. I would stay away from Malik Neighbors, though, right now, because with Malik Neighbors and even George Pickens had a very good year last year, but again, CeeDee Lamb's going to be back this year. So I wouldn't count on George Pickens coming back and being a wide receiver one for you. Malik Neighbors, the health, I mean, the talent's there with Malik Neighbors, but the health and the ACL injury, I worry about that and how, slow of a start is he going to get to the season, and will he ever be 100% this year or not? So for me, it's Nico Collins, A.J. Brown, a wide receiver, and then see what you have with Hampton, Javonte, Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley as the second round continues. Of course, you'd be picking last in the second round with the snake draft. So it's a little difficult, but hopefully the turnaround to round 3 would be a little easier.
I just want to show and thank you, Balin. Let us know who you root for. I see a couple other faces in here. Let us know the team you root for. Old faces, let everybody know who you root for. We're one big happy family here, and we welcome everybody, all fan bases. It's a lot of fun seeing a lot of new faces in here tonight. I want to show them how it went tonight. We're doing 10 teams, but round 3. So at 21, McBride went, and Bowers went at 23. After those two tight ends, your second wave is Colston Love, and I think that's too early. A.J. Brown, like Trevor just mentioned, Malik Neighbors, he would hold off on. Nico Collins is interesting. Then you got Javonte Williams, Breece Hall, Marion Hampton. I like Hampton, Javonte Williams, Breece Hall in that order. And a little earlier, there's Josh Allen going 18, right? So if he falls to you and you need a running back, consider him a quarterback and a running back for you. Saquon went 20. Dennis had a good point. He said, if you see a run on running backs, take the best wide receiver if he's that much better than the next running back up. And that would be A.J. Brown, Nico Collins, Malik Neighbors. I would go in that order. Rashee Rice, I got to see a little bit. I'm not sold on him that early at 22.
No.
Hopefully we answered that question for you, Balin, and welcome to the network.
And good luck this year.
Good luck.
Yeah.
I want to say hello to our great friend, one of Glenn's mates, Peter Johnson. Peter Johnson, awesome to see you, Peter. He's saying with the rise of Parker Washington, where does Jacksonville stand with Brian Thomas? Well, we drafted Brian Thomas, in the 9th round, 8th, 9th round. So Parker Washington, maybe he doesn't sneak up on teams this year like he did last year, Peter, and maybe Brian Thomas is the sleeper this year. So Parker Washington is a name to watch. I got to see it again this year. I think Jacksonville possibly could look to trade him down the line. There was rumors last year, but I'm not hesitant on taking Brian Thomas as one of my stash guys on my bench, because if I get Brian Thomas flashes of rookie season, Brian Thomas becomes a starter on my team that I get in the middle rounds.
And I want to expand on that a little bit. So Liam Cohen, Jacksonville's head coach, was actually asked about this. So basically his answer was their offense is going to basically be utilized with a team-first philosophy, which that means spread the ball around. That doesn't mean feed one wide receiver. So that's what you're going to get. in Jacksonville. Whether you draft Parker Washington, Brian Thomas, Jacoby Myers, it doesn't matter. It's hard to get consistency there. And again, Travis Hunter won't be on the offensive side of the ball, or rarely used. And so it's just going to be hard to nail down that wide receiver one there in Jacksonville. And Liam Cohen just confirmed that as well when he was asked that earlier this month.
Yep. I want to say hello to a new face, Kevin, if I say that correctly. Love it. Love the YouTube handles. I really do.
Kevin.
Kevin. Okay.
Yeah.
It's all right there. We'd say Kevin. Appreciate you coming on, my friend. He has a question, and it's a great one. It's a trade question. Would you trade Pickens and James Cook for Chase and Janty? He's getting Chase and Janty, Glenn.
No way. Not when we know Genty's just been injured. So you don't even look at that now. You keep what you've got with Pickens and Cook until you get the information on Genty, which is mixed. So I'd put the brakes on that one.
Kevin, I'll just say this, I'll just say this, and I agree with Glenn. But what does your running back room look like?
Yep,
because
exactly.
if you can get Jamar Chase and your running back room looks good, and it's, you got a couple guys, if Janty doesn't come back, or at first, see if Mike Washington's out there and you can grab Mike Washington and have him as your handcuff. But I'd like to see what your wide receiver and running back rooms look like. But I'm with Glenn right now. I wouldn't do it unless I see something on your roster that really intrigues me. Trevor?
Yeah, I'm the same way. I need Kevin, can you please post your team in the chat, and then we can answer this a little bit better. Again, I want to try to be as accurate as possibly can be for you and before you make this trade. But I'm kind of 50-50. I love James Cook and I love Jamar Chase, but Pickens I have questions marks about, and then Genty with that injury, he's going to be out probably a couple weeks. So yeah, I mean it's a kind of a toss up right now for me. But if your running back room is solid and you have good depth, I mean, you're getting one of the best wide receivers in fantasy football. So just something to consider, but would love to see the rest of your team before 100%
absolutely.
answering that.
And please respond in the chat, Kevin. Hopefully we helped you out. Please, if you can answer that, let us know what team you root for too, because we do have other shows on here, and our fan base is growing. Tonight we've found a lot of new friends, so as we're just starting out. So hope you like what you see. Hope you hang out with us again. Hopefully we helped you out with your question there. As we move on for Nicole, we got a couple more rounds there. Michael's passing on the trade, by the way. So let's get back to the rankings. Glenn, you are up for Nicole, and we just got a couple more. We got 4 more bench spots to fill. I would say one of those bench spots should be tight end. One of those bench spots should be quarterback. And then we have a defense and kicker to take for her near the end.
Yeah, show us the tight ends for Nicole, and then we'll also look at the defense.
She likes Kincaid. So if it's a choice between Kincaid and Andrews, she likes Kincaid. There's Isaiah Likely still sitting there. Hunter Henry, if you wanted to wait a little bit and go with the stash, the quarterback, build a quarterback tight end there, May and Henry. You can go that route too.
And who have we got there on defense, Kenny?
Rams, Eagles, Ravens, Steelers, Chargers, top 5.
So if you're going to look at a defense, I would take the Ravens.
See, the reason, remember,
but you could probably
in our league,
hang on,
so
Kenny.
Nicole's, no, I was just going to say, Glenn, I'm sorry. I was just going to say in our league, we're having an 18-man roster. So we're only doing 15 here. So keep that in mind. We're only in the 9th round, but we're doing 18 rounds in our league. That's what I just wanted to say.
So what I was going to say to you, Nicole, is that if you want to take Kincaid here, I'll then look at grabbing your defense in the next round. You can make the choice. Got to give us a chance, Kenny.
I'll answer this one from Dennis while we're waiting for
Kincaid,
Nicole's
by the way.
response.
She said Kincaid.
How do you feel about handcuffing a player? If I got it depends. Like Ashton Janty, Mike Washington, right? Saints, lost Kamara. I would have, certain players I'm handcuffing. Jeremiah Love, maybe you handcuff Tyler Algier. Look out for his injury. Uh, I look at the running back rooms. It depends on your running backs and who the backups are for them. So that's where I am with handcuffing. Like the top running backs, who's their backup? Is it worth picking them up, or are they going to be on free agent waiver wire? At the end of when the draft is over. That's how I look at it. Somebody I may think about handcuffing if you're in a bigger league is Najee Harris. Look out for the Giants running back situation. Cam Scatterboot, Najee Harris, Tyrone Tracy may be on the trade block. Something to watch out for there. How do you guys feel about handcuffing?
It depends on the situation, and it also depends on your depth. But if I do handcuff someone, it's normally in the flex. It's not normally one of my top guys because I'd expect them to be your Derrick Henry, Chase Brown, Bijan types that don't really have someone behind them.
Yeah. I'm going to answer this one really quick for Martin because a lot of our friends are in our league. And Trevor, we forgot about a couple minor things, so I'll go back and tweak it. 18-player roster, what will be the breakdown starters? Quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, flex, defense, kicker, your bench. I'm thinking 3 IR spots. Usually we do around an 18-man roster, I think, in 3 IR spots.
Once we get all that finalized, Kenny, we can just set it out in a group chat and discuss it that way.
I did forget a couple. Did forget a couple things there, so I apologize. So we will break that down. So we're going to go Kincaid here for Nicole, correct, fellas?
Yeah, that's what she wanted.
Yeah. And it's a nice backup tight end that you need when you got George Kittle. I'll just answer this real quick as we get to the next round for Nicole. I think it's solid. You need somebody who, Kittle goes 14 games plus the plus the bye. You need your backup tight end for 4 games. That's what a lot of these bench players are for. You got your bye week, plus you got guys who may not play all 17 games. It's a long season, and I think Dalton Kincaid's a nice solid choice there, Nicole, this late in the draft. So we got a tight end, we got Kincaid, and we got Chris Godwin. I'm not gonna lie, Trevor. As I make this pick for Nicole, I'm not sold on Drake May. So I'm gonna look and see what's over here.
Shocker. I wouldn't have guessed. You've never been sold on Drake May. I'd be a little shocked if you were.
For fantasy purposes, I'm not. I'm not sold on him.
In total, you're not sold on him. Are you talking about fantasy? I mean, fantasy and in regular football.
But there's a but, Nicole. There's a but. I like Drake May more than Kyler Murray. I like Drake May more than Jared Goff. I like Drake May more than Jordan Love and Baker Mayfield. So you know what? I'm not taking a backup quarterback here for you. We're scratching that before Trevor interrupted so abruptly.
I'm just calling you out.
Love it. So we're not taking a backup quarterback here for you, Nicole. I'm not doing it.
We will eventually, though.
What I am going to do is I'm going to take a running back with upside. And upside means, again, maybe not week 1, but here comes week 5, week 6, and they want to go the younger guy over the older guy. I'm going to give you a running back I like, Nicole. Jordan Mason, Minnesota Vikings, is sitting there. And I think the upside's there, and I think he's going to take more carries from Aaron Jones in the near future. So I'm going to go that route. You've seen us take this name quite often in some of our mock drafts. Nicole, I'm going to give him to you in pick 8 here in our mock draft tonight. Jordan Mason, Trevor.
Yep, absolutely love Jordan Mason and love him ahead of Aaron Jones. I mean, I don't get some that say, "Oh, well, Aaron Jones is going to be the bell cow. He's going to be the starting running back there." I'm like, did you watch Minnesota Vikings games last year? No. I mean, that's a wrong running back to take. You take Jordan Mason all day over Aaron Jones.
We do have defense Dennis, we're still trying. We're going to pick defense soon for Nicole. We do have defense and a kicker, so there's all positions. I like this comment from Martin. Sometimes the best handcuff isn't for a player you have on your team. Don't be shy to handcuff your opponent's best running back, especially if it's a lock
Oh yeah.
that they will be the starter. I love, if my opponent's sleeping and you're close to the playoffs, or if you're in the playoffs, and you give I like to give my opponents a chance, but if they're sleeping, you're getting locked. I'm taking them, Martin. They're exactly right. I'm going to handcuff them. Put friendship aside for 2 hours. I'm locking him and I'm taking him from you. So I'm doing it.
I will say I am kind of against the whole handcuff thing. I just think that it's a waste of a roster spot for the time being. Unless you're really concerned about that player being hurt, I would not prioritize handcuffing players right away. I would wait. You have waiver wire and you have priority. That's what that's used for. Injuries happen all the time, but if you're really that concerned, I get it. But if you're not, and you have like Bijan, there's no reason to have to handcuff him with Brian. The other guy there, Brian Robinson. That's what I'm trying to talk about. Brian Robinson. You don't need to handcuff him with him because Bijan's going to be the guy. Like unless Bijan goes down, you don't got to worry about Brian Robinson being in there. So I just don't like handcuffing because I like to fill my bench out with upside as much as possible.
Fair enough. We got a couple comments that I absolutely love, and then we'll get these last couple picks in for Nicole. Broncos defense, fellas. Mark my words, their takeaways are going to be through the roof this year. Glenn, thoughts?
Yeah, Broncos defense have been highly picked in all the mock drafts that we've done, but also the ones that I've done on my own. So you could really see that in the preseason that there's a focus on takeaways. Moss has been in the lanes, Satan's been in the lanes. They've been trying to knock the ball out of people's hands as well. So definitely Denver are up there. But I think Baltimore are a sleeper in this area as well. So they're really, really the ones that I like to look at. And also to hit Ronk's question, depends on who you take. But I tell you what, when it comes to a kicker, if anyone watched the Broncos game on the weekend, Green Bay's young kicker is an absolute weapon. That kid kicks for fun.
Yeah. I'll say on kickers, Michael, try and grab a kicker from, and this goes for everybody. This is just my little, my opinion on advice. Grab a kicker who's on a decent to a playoff caliber team. Don't take the Cardinals kicker. Don't take the Jets kicker. Why? You ain't going to get any points in the fourth quarter because they're probably going to be getting blown out. Don't take the Miami Dolphins kicker. Take a kicker from a good to a top 15 team if you can. There's 10 teams in our league. Kickers should go 1 through 10. You shouldn't be looking down the line and grabbing the 20th ranked kicker in our league. Just throwing that out there for everybody. Take a kicker who's on a good team.
Yeah. And you pay attention to the offense too. They might not be a playoff team, but if they get down the field and into range a lot and kick a lot of field goals, that's also something that I look at. Or a high-powered offense.
And last advice on kickers is watch where they play. You don't want a kicker. You don't want to play in the Windy City in December, and you got a kicker that, Cairo Santos was good early, but you want him kicking in December in snow and winter. I'll keep him. You stream kickers if you need to as well. So that's also some advice. Let's get these last couple picks for Nicole. Trevor, you are up. I just picked Jordan Mason for her. Okay. She does need more wide receiver depth on the bench in this one, which is 15. Remember, Nicole, you'll have 3 extra spots to fill your bench.
Let's look at wide receivers, Kenny, really quick and see. There were some sleepers I liked. And you know the guy that's really I've been hearing a lot about though that's not getting talked about, Xavier Worthy. I've heard a lot about him in that Chiefs offense. They have big plans for him in that Chiefs offense. I mean, former first-round pick. I haven't got much out of him. I don't trust Rashee Rice. Give me Xavier Worthy here, honestly. Okay. I love the upside there with him. You want to take a chance? This is a time to take a chance on wide receivers and possibly take a chance on a guy with upside, and Xavier Worthy's that. Yeah.
Glenn, and I'll let Trevor hit the chat as we're getting near the time here. That's getting, around our time to wrap things up soon. So if you want to hit the chat while I do the draft, go Trevor. That'll be great.
Yeah. Nicole's just called me Trevor Prescott. Thank you, Nicole. It wouldn't be the same show if you didn't. Ron comes in and says Broncos kicker Will Lutz. That's a good one, Michael. Again,
Yeah.
stream kickers as well. That's definitely a philosophy that I use as well. Martin comes in and says Broncos schedule is so tough. We're going up against some very good offenses. It's not a lock that we will be a high-scoring fantasy defense. No, Martin, but I definitely think they'll be a top 5 defense again. So I do think they'll be relatively high scoring defense again.
Sure.
And then Dennis comes in and says it's hard to pick a Chiefs player for my team. Yeah, it's not easy, Dennis. Trust me, I totally get it. But what I've heard about Xavier Worthy, and you got to think about what the Chiefs' plans had for him. Like once they drafted him, former first round pick. I don't trust Rashee Rice enough. Mahomes has got to have somebody to throw the ball to, and Xavier Worthy's fast as can be. I mean, once he has the ball in his hands, he's explosive. So he's just a name to keep an eye on, and worth, I think, taking that chance upside-wise.
Yeah. Glenn, you got some choices here. We filled out tight end. Remember, there will be 3 more spots, so you don't have to take a backup quarterback here. You can go defense.
Let's look at defense.
You want to go defense? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Trevor's going to get the kicker pick, the most important pick in fantasy football drafts, because whatever direction Glenn goes, if he takes defense, I'm going to take a playmaker. There's your top defenses, Glenn.
Chargers would be my pick here.
They're solid. They're definitely solid. I think that's not a bad pick. You get points for sacks. You get points for interceptions. You get points for fumble recoveries. And it's also special teams. Look out for teams that have a good punt returner, kick returner. You get 6 points if they return a touchdown. So keep that in mind when you're drafting defenses.
Yeah, and another one to have in mind is Green Bay, because they've got some really good guys on special teams.
Did you still want to take the Chargers for her?
Oh, yeah, we'll take the Chargers for Nicole. But
okay,
if you decide to take a kicker first, the Chargers are gone, the Broncos are gone, the Ravens are gone.
Texans.
I'd be picking the Packers ahead of the Bears, ahead of the Jags, ahead of the Patriots.
Yeah, don't get sold on that Patriots defense. I think that could be an overrated one this year. They had the easiest schedule I've seen in the last 20 years last year, and I think this year they're going to have some tougher opponents.
Yeah.
All right, I get the pick. Trevor, I am going to take a playmaker for Nicole, because this is a good one. Just to show everybody, I'm going to take a player here that Nicole, I'm going to take a player here for you, if this was our real draft, that may start the season on IR for a couple weeks. But in your fantasy football leagues, let's say this is your last round before your kicker pick. Okay, it's a 17-game season. He comes back in week 4, week 5. I'm getting a guy in my 15th round that can eventually start for me at least a couple weeks, if not a few weeks. And who am I talking about? I'm going to go to wide receivers, and he may start the season off on the IR. And if it doesn't work out, it's the last pick you made in your draft. Why not take a shot with, and he might have been taken.
You jinxed yourself.
I was looking for Jordan Tyson.
Oh, yeah, he's probably gone by now.
He was on the board last pick, and I was hoping Glenn would have went defense. I thought he would have been there, but he did get taken.
Go way further down, though, Kenny, because some of their rankings don't really take into consideration, what we've seen.
Cooper Kupp. Yeah, this is pretty bad down here. So, all right. So we're not going to take Jordan Tyson, but I would have taken, now knowing that, see, again, this is practice. Now I know, okay, Jordan Tyson before my defense. I think Jordan Tyson could be a sleeper when he comes back, but you're also taking a chance with the injuries. But again, what are you losing? But you know what? I'm going to take another 49er here, a rookie. I'm going to take Stribling here for her.
My boy.
He's Glenn's boy, Nicole, and I think he's got a chance to be a PPR machine over there when it's all said and done. So Let's do that, Nicole. We'll take another rookie. And this is where you take chances on rookies. Take them late in the rounds. You never know what you're going to get. And Nicole, Trevor's going to get the most important pick, the kicker.
And it's not going to be Brandon Aubrey. So it's already not going to satisfy her enough. It's not going to be a Cowboy kicker. You got the nearest Eagles kicker on the board.
Look who is there, though. Mr. 70-yard field goal himself, Cam Little.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with. There's some actually really good kickers towards the back half of the draft, like towards the last round. That's why I'm saying, like, I don't know. You don't have to worry about like getting Brandon Aubrey. There's a lot of really good kickers in the back end of the draft, like very last round or second to last round, whatever you choose. I mean, it's on display right here if you don't believe me. So I like Myers as well. He was really good last year for me.
Yeah.
Good defense, too. They're in Seattle. That offense is going to score. Cam Little.
Bates has no issues there with the offense. I ended up getting the Rams guy last round of the draft. The kickers were going in the last couple rounds. I said, I'm going to wait. And I got the Rams. And the Rams are going to have a heck of an offense. You know, they're going to get into field goal range quite often. And he's a pretty good kicker over there in with the Rams. So
McPherson's going to be as a low-key sleeper, too. Good that offense.
Yep. Absolutely.
The most important pick of the draft, Trevor, you have it for Nicole. So,
gosh. Well, I will switch it up a little bit. Let's go McPherson. It's a name we haven't mentioned. So
awesome. So there's our draft. Nicole, give us a couple seconds. We'll see how we did. It's probably going to be in the C range, but Glenn explained how PFF works. That it's who they pick at the top, and you get an A for that. It's not necessarily on their talent. So
before you hit that pick, Kenny, so see in the column where it's got PK grade, that's where they grab their grades from.
Fs.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
This is what I mean.
Yeah, that's insane.
Nicole's going to be yelling at Trevor when we go off air.
Oh yeah. Just another.
No, but let's go over the team for her really quick because this is. I've been saying this all joking aside. I've been saying this isn't accurate. Look, Evan McPherson got a D.
Wow. So it was the pick of the draft. Got a D, the highest grade.
But look at
finish the draft strong.
Let's get some realistic grades. Drake May, I'm gonna give him a C. Chase Brown, Derrick Henry, your running backs, Nicole, A-. Lad McConkey, Chris Godwin, where we got them in the draft, B+. George Kittle, he's healthy, A. Javonte Williams, again, falls into the running backs, B+. I'm not going to go over kicker and that. Jadarian Price could be rookie of the year. Where we got him in the draft, on your bench, loaded there, A. Jordan Mason, B. I mean, these are good players. Don't go by the F. Don't let that fool you, Nicole. I'm going to give us a B+ in this draft.
That's like the worst grade I've ever seen on any mock draft, fantasy, like regular draft. I mean, holy crap. I think we need to screenshot this and I don't know, post it on our Facebook page, I guess. And wow, look how bad this is. This is insane.
This is what I said. This is what I said 6 picks in when I was talking about it. Like, our grades are going to be so poor because it's going against who they want. And the way I found this out, guys who have only joined sort of midway through, is I got some really bad rankings for a team that was very solid. So I'm like, I wonder what happens if I take exactly who they say with every pick. And it was A+. And it had injured players. And I'm just like, this is
I gotta hide that.
PFF
I don't want
grading
new
against
people to
what
come
their
in and
grades
see
are,
Fs.
and that's it.
I don't want new friends to come in and see Fs.
Maybe
they swipe right.
Probably the last time we use PFF for a while.
No, just the grades are irrelevant. That's all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But for a mock draft simulator, anyway.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah,
it's the most streamlined one to use. It just maybe we can turn the grades off.
Yeah. That sounds good, Trevor. I just saw what you posted backstage. So, Let's do that. Let's give everybody a 2-minute warning, and we'll discuss let Trevor discuss the Football Fever Network and some of the exciting stuff we've been doing over here, and some of our, new shows and new stuff coming up, and everything like that.
Yeah, let me pull up our.
Martin's saying rankings are very different between the different fantasy sites, 100%. And 100%, Nicole, agree with this comment from her. When in doubt, blame Trevor. Absolutely.
What's new? What's new?
No.
That's every show. That's every day.
No, when in doubt, blame Kenny. Blame
Right. Yeah, he's the one that makes the final decision. He's got to click the button.
Exactly.
So, I mean, Football Fever Network, though, I'm pulling up. We have playlists now up on YouTube, so you can go back and check out our first episodes. Of course, we're just getting going. This is now going to be our 4th episode of the weekly Fantasy Football Fever show that we have. We will also be doing, Kenny's been doing videos. I'll let him talk about this here in a minute. Excuse me. He's been doing short videos of the weekly fantasy football show, anywhere from 15 to 30-minute long shows. Just one topic. He'll have a list for everybody. I know we're counting down to the days before everybody's done, or at least doing their drafts or going to be doing their drafts. So we want to get everybody prepared draft-wise and try to make sure that you have the best team possible and you draft the best team possible. But you can also catch us Tuesday, 8 p.m. Mountain Time, 10 p.m. Eastern Time for Inside the Juice football show. Glenn and I are still ironing out the Denver Bronco Game Plan podcast, but we will definitely be live for post-game for the Broncos next weekend. And then Kenny has the New York Giants football talk show every Monday. Kenny, what time you guys going live?
It's an earlier show. I'm on the East Coast. Me and my good friend Paul Rosen, 8 o'clock. I'm sorry, 8 o'clock Eastern, 6 Mountain.
Okay. And then we have multiple shows coming up as well. We're constantly having short videos out there as well. YouTube shorts are a big thing. Also, please make sure to go like, share, and subscribe to our Facebook page. Trying to get all of our followers up on there as well. But appreciate all the new names. It's great to see all the new names on our network, and a lot of exciting stuff's coming to this network. So appreciate all of my co-hosts on screen as well. But definitely, we do this for the fans. We do this for you. And come check us out. Come be a part of the community.
Absolutely. Let's do this. I like this for you. Glenn, give us some final thoughts.
Yeah, really, really good to have so many new people come into the show. So we'd love you to subscribe. Look for us on Facebook as well. There's a link that Trevor posts as well. Subscribe to the Facebook group in case, you prefer to watch on that method. Share with your friends. Tuesday night, we'll be on for the Juice Football Talk Show. Watch out for Kenny's daily fantasy shows. There might be one in the morning and one at night, or one in the afternoon and one at night. A nice little mix. And we'll be posting plenty of content on shorts. And find us all on social media if you've got any questions. And as you know, as you can experience, catch your football fever. Very interactive. And thank you to all of our regulars and all of our new people. And of course, my 2 co-hosts.
Much love for my guys here. Much love for Patrick. Patrick ain't with us tonight. Patrick's out there in Hawaii once again. For those new faces who may have come in late, Lion Coffee out there in Hawaii, in business over 150 years. You can get flavored coffees like chocolate macadamia nut, vanilla macadamia nut, 2 of my favorites. You get also your gold roast, which is a medium roast. You got your dark roast. Also some tropical flavored teas over there. If you're not a coffee drinker, they do have tea. Lots of stuff to choose from over there. Patrick takes care of us here at Football Fever Network. He takes care of us here at the K&K Sports Show. Check those guys out. I'm on that network as well. We're on here because of K&K Sports Show, being powered by them until we get all our stuff situated. Appreciate you, Kurt. Love you, Jen. Bobby Blackjack over at Surge Sports. Check out Surge Sports and Entertainment Network. So excited to be putting our shows on there in the near future. Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire. But most of all, most important, it's all about you out there, our great friends, Michael Ronquillo, Nicole, Martin, our new faces, Dennis coming in. Dennis says, sounds like we got one from down under. Yes, Glenn is from the surf coast over there in Australia. and I got it right. That's exactly what. Glenn's been a great friend of mine. Met him on a Broncos podcast. We became Facebook friends. Messenger, little story about Glenn, short story and closing thoughts. Facebook Messenger. We started chatting here and there. Trevor and I invited him on formerly the Juice, which is now Inside the Juice. And I talked to Trevor right after that. I said, Glenn's a natural, man. We got to get him back on. And Glenn's become a regular with us on the Football Fever Network, and can't wait to share this experience with him and Patrick and, of course, Trevor. Can't wait to share this, new experience with them and build this network for everybody out there. Like Patrick came up with the slogan, yes, we truly are infecting everybody with football fever. Tomorrow, fantasy football video will be up. Come check me out in the afternoon. Hang out with us for a little bit. Usually about a 15 to 20-minute video. Have another fantasy football one for all you guys. Nicole's going to get the final word tonight. Her final thought is Trevor needs a cowboy hat. Have a good night, everybody.